Welcome back to historic Bowman Gray Stadium as the Carolina Disco Turkeys look to take Game 2 against the Uwharrie Wampus Cats. The starting lineup for the Wampus Cats will be number 6, Garrison Bridges, starting in center field. Left field, number 3, Mr. Wilkerson. At shortstop, number 29, Mr. Chernino. At right field, number 5, Trey Larkin. At third base, number 23, Bryson Beber. Catching, number 36, Mr. Weaver. At DH, number 21, Josh Barham. At second base, number 1, Eli Harponi. And at the end, number 20, first base, Justin Barham. Starting pitcher for the Wampus Cats, number 39, Mr. Tinsley. And on the mound for the Disco Turkeys will be number 30, Adam Conrad. And to take the top of the first inning will be Brett Wiseman.
Thank you, Logan. Disco Turkeys getting set to go here from historic Bowman Gray Stadium. This just the second ever baseball game here inside these famous concrete walls, which have seen multiple decades of NASCAR racing. They've seen multiple famous concerts. Even an NFL preseason game back in the early 1960s between Vince Lombardi's Green Bay Packers and the then Washington Redskins. And for the second time ever, baseball. The battery of Conrad and Berthrong will start things off. Garrison Bridges will lead off for the Wampus Cats this evening. First pitch to him is swung on and fouled straight back to the makeshift screen behind the plate. Defense for the Disco Turkeys tonight. Left to right on the infield, Tyler Scheidel at third, Max Gustafson at short. Logan Conklin from behind the plate, he moves to second base, and Chase Locklear is manning the first base bag. Conrad's pitch is swung on and fouled off.
0-2 the count.
0-2 count now to Bridges. Outfield tonight from left to right, Alex Naylor. Zach Semino.
There we go.
Is in center field, and Ryan Dragg is in right.
As there is a fly ball right field caught on the warning track for out number 1.
And Ryan Dragg right away catches it right on, I guess you could call it the warning track. It's just the track. It's actually the backstretch here at Bowman Gray Stadium. So here's how this field is constructed related in relation to the racetrack itself. So you see that white line there on the left-hand side of your screen. That's the start-finish line for the racetrack. So home plate's really at the entrance of turn 1. Right field and center field, the pavement's in play as this one is hit to the left side of the infield, and that'll be handled by Scheidel for a quick out number 2. So the backstretch, really, as it's known in the racetrack, is the majority of the outfield. And then the rest of the infield, where Winston-Salem State plays football here during the fall, is where the majority of left field is, what would be the south end zone when Winston-Salem State is here on the gridiron. Here's Chirino, the shortstop for the Wampus Cats, takes outside ball 1. It's a quick start here for Conrad. Last saw him last week. Made a start at one of those games at Couch Ballpark across the way near the campus of Wake Forest University. Misses outside 2-0. Good crowd on hand here tonight at the Madhouse. Still filing in. Conrad set. The 2-0 is right there, 2-1. Good spot. Conrad set with the 2-1, popped up, right out in front of the plate, towards the first base side. Locklear drops it. Looked like he might have lost it up in the clouds there, as it's a bit of a overcast evening here at Bowman Gray Stadium. Tough read there for Locklear, so they'll charge him with the error. And that will give Trey Larkin a chance here, the cleanup hitter for the Wampus Cats, who looks like one, too, with the sleeveless gun show he's got going on there. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. Strike one, trying to hit one about 10 rows deep. 217 feet to right field here at the makeshift ballpark at Bowman Gray. 310 to center, 278 down the left field line. So think of it like the LA Coliseum was when the Dodgers first moved out west back in the 1950s. So that one's taken outside, 1-1. That or maybe the Polo Grounds where it was about 220 down the left field and right field lines. Then where Willie Mays patrolled center field, it was 465 feet. That looked good, but it misses inside, 2-1. Conrad didn't like the call too much, and I can't say I blame him. Behind in the count, 2-1. That one is skipped off the backstop. Barham will corral it, but not before Chirino advances to second. If he were to come around and score, it would be an unearned run. So no hits yet as Chirino reached on the E3. 3-1 the count to Larkin. Takes down and in ball 4. So a 2-out error and now a 2-out walk. Give the Wampus Cats some life here, and it'll be the former Disco Turkey, Bryson Beber, that'll stand in. Beber, a member of the inaugural Disco Turkey team back in 2021. First and second here, 2 outs. Conrad tried to pitch around the walk in the air. On the ground to third, fielded cleanly, and he will just tag the runner and get the force out. So that'll do it. 2 left stranded, no hits, and no runs for the Wampus Cats. Logan Allen has the bottom half of the first inning for you, and the Disco Turkeys will come to bat right after this.
And we are back here in the bottom half of the first inning as Alex Naylor steps up for the Disco Turkeys. Tinsley makes his first pitch, misses upstairs, ball 1.
See if we have the same offensive output we did yesterday afternoon.
Let's hope so. As the 1-0 nailer of a runner on first with nobody out here in the home half of the first. As third base number 5, Tyler Scheidel, steps up to the plate.
Logan, that's something to watch today is the HBP, the hit by pitch after the benches cleared yesterday after that slide at second.
Indeed. Hopefully nothing like that happens today. As the 0-0 misses upstairs for ball 1. Scheidel not used to playing on the left side of the infield. He was your normal second baseman.
And that one came up and in as well. It got him in the helmet.
4 pitches, 2 hit by pitches. 2 runners on with nobody out for shortstop number 13, Max Gustafsson. The Turkey's first lefty of the evening.
Had a pretty nice day for himself yesterday.
Yes, he did. As that is a called strike on the inner half, 0-1. Let's see if he can contribute to the home run derby here this weekend. Hard swing and fouled off for an 0-2 count.
He was swinging to try to contribute to it.
I believe he had one yesterday.
And he did. Left-handed hitters have the advantage here, too, with the 217 feet down the right field line.
0-2 swing and miss. Fouled off. Stays alive.
And it's got a piece of it off the mask of the catcher there.
Weaver frustrated that he didn't catch it. Looks in 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Max Gustafsson. Same situation up for the DH, number 1, Caden Smith. Runners on first and second with 1 out.
Can't afford to leave these runners stranded here.
On this runner. Here's a 1-0. Sweet hard line drive over the head of the right fielder. That is gone. A 3-run shot for Caden Smith.
Believe he had one yesterday as well. Add 1 to the total.
Indeed. As that will make it 3-0 Disco Turkeys here in the home half of the first inning.
Home run by number 1, Caden Smith.
As the first 3 runs come in via home run. Now up to bat, second baseman number 6, Logan Conklin.
Now right-handed hitters too kind of have an advantage. If you're a right-handed hitter that likes to go the other way and has an approach to where you let the ball travel like Caden Smith just did, you have got home runs just sitting there.
Absolutely. 0-0 swinging, just fouled off third base side, 0-1.
Almost becomes a disadvantage as a right-handed hitter to try and pull the ball.
Well, left field line still is only shallow than 300. Another fouled off third base side, 0-2.
Almost looks like Conklin's trying to pull it now to prove a point.
That he does. Conklin steps back in as Tinsley gets his sign. Comes set. Here's the 0-2. Fouled straight back.
Heads up.
Almost up onto the concourse. As the count will remain 0-2.
Once again, everybody, please be aware of baseball.
As there not too much of a screen straight back at home plate.
Now there's a catch fence, but that's supposed to catch race cars, not baseballs.
Here's the 0-2. Misses upstairs, ball 1. Count falls to 1-2 here with 1 out in the bottom half of the first. Here's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Logan Conklin.
Boy, if he's got that front foot down just a flick or a tick quicker, that ball's not landing anytime soon.
Absolutely not.
Just a little bit late.
Up to bat now, first baseman, number 9, Chase Locklear. Another righty with a lot of pop here early on. Pitch misses just low, 1-0.
Let's see what his approach is like if he tries to go the other way.
Here's 1-0. This is low and in, ball 2.
Saw a lot of the left-handed hitters yesterday as well really try and shoot the ball up the middle. And then if they got a hold of one and pulled it, they got a hold of one and pulled it. But there were a few home runs that were hit yesterday from lefties that were one the other way and a couple to center.
Absolutely. As that's in there for strike 1. Here's a 2-1. In there for strike 2.
That's a good frame behind the plate. He might have stolen that one.
Not leaving the count at 2-2 with 2 outs here in the home half of the first. Tinsley comes set for the 2-2. Here it comes. And he's able to hold it off. Full count here in the home half of the first, 2 outs.
It's a good pitch and a tough take.
Tinsley started walking off the mound thinking he got it. Comes set. Here's the full count. Misses just low. And that will issue a walk to Chase Locklear.
That did miss by much. That was a good pitch, but same pitch was called a ball the top half of the first inning on Conrad. So consistency from the home plate umpire there.
So far, so good, as Nick Macadon steps up to the dish. Here's you go. Oh, in there for strike 1, right down the middle. Tinsley will check on his runners. Come set. Not too big of a lead from Chase. Owen swinging straight up. Not sure if that's going to stay in play or not. Just too far outside. Foul ball.
Yeah, I was wondering how they were going to rule if it goes behind the, makeshift dugout there, if it would still be in play. So if it goes past the line there of where the disco turkeys are sitting up on that canopy, I'm guessing that's out of play, period.
Up to this point, it seems so. As 0-2 swinging, shortstop. As they look to turn 2, as they only needed 1.
I was going to say they only needed the 1.
Either way, they're out of it, giving up 3 runs to the Disco Turkeys as the Disco Turkeys lead 3-0 at the end of the first. Brett Wiseman will have the call here in the top of the second.
Gage Weaver, the backstop for the Wampus Cats, will lead things off.
Adam Conrad looking to make his second inning of work.
And 6, 7, and 8 due up here for Uwharrie. Conrad made pretty quick work in the first inning, got the first 2 outs pretty quickly as that one misses outside ball 1.
That was pretty close.
Had an efficient start to the inning as now the sprinklers have come on in the outfield.
Something's weird's always got to happen here at the Madhouse.
That was the only thing missing. That was the only thing missing this week, or this weekend. So we have a rain delay.
Somebody forgot to turn the sprinklers on.
Probably feels good out there with them.
I'll tell you what, the guys in the center of the infield and the center of the outfield are they're having a time.
Oh, it's coming right
They're
into
cooling
the
off.
Uwharrie
Yeah,
makeshift bullpen.
yeah, this one to the left here is starting to turn right towards the Uwharrie dugout. Yep. And now one of the Uwharrie players has gone out and turned it away. But he's got to remember that the other three also rotate the same direction. So, you know, you might have to get another one there soon. While the grounds crew attends to the
And we'll be back after this short break.
Well, now that we've gotten that figured out, maybe an alert to, nice one, Ken Winfrey, your public address announcer. There is a chance of rain tonight, but that's not the kind of wet weather we were anticipating.
Not expected at all right there.
So add that to the list of unusual occurrences this weekend. It's the first time baseball's ever been played here, so what else could happen? This one popped up to right, but a pop-up here is on the warning track towards the wall, and the catch is made.
Ryan Drag makes a play out in right field. There you go, Brett.
Next up, the DH, number 21, Josh Barham.
Now to bring in Josh Barham. He's the DH tonight. Now Conrad gets the quick out after the brief sprinkler delay as this one's on the ground at third. Diving stop made. Throw to first is in time. Oh, man. What a play by Tyler Scheidel.
Was not expecting that right there.
Hang a star on that web gem.
Do-do-do, do-do-do.
Exactly.
Thought this was going to be home run derby.
Seen pitching and defense so far.
Pitching and defense so far so good.
Eli Harpolini, the second baseman, steps in. That one misses outside, ball one.
So far, defensive showcase right here.
Pitching and defense are not what you'd anticipate in the ballpark we're in tonight, but that swung on and missed, 1-1 count. There are some fans. There weren't any yesterday, but there are some fans. You see some orange shirts there out in, I guess you'd call it right center or straightaway center. This is a check swing that's fouled off. There are no fans allowed to the short porch and right simply for the safety of them, as the baseballs that are hit there are coming at a high velocity. Lights on here at Bowman Gray Stadium. As there's a flare out to second. Conklin will field it and throw on to first, and that will retire the side. 2 scoreless for Conrad to start the ball game. Turks come back to bat. Looking to add on to a 3-0 lead. Logan's got the bottom half of the second after this.
And we are back here in the home half of the second as number 4, Zach Semino, steps in for the Turkeys as we hold a 3-0 lead over the Wampus Cats. First pitch misses outside, ball 1, 1-0. Tinsley trying to work fast. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed, strike 1. 1-1's the count here early on in the home half of the second. 2 minutes 1-1, fouled off, hits the race car, 1-2.
Can't do that. Well, with all the contact that race cars have at this track, when it's a quarter-mile track like this, there's no room to not bounce right off each other. So that car seemed much worse than contact than what it just got.
Absolutely. 1-2 fouled off once again. Stays just inside off the catch fence here in turn 1.
I want to know what the over-under is on how many baseballs over these 72 hours of games are going to be dented from landing on pavement.
Too many. As that swung on and missed for strikeout number 1 of the second inning.
Nice off-speed pitch right there. Had him fooled.
Up next is right field, number 25, Ryan Drag. As Tinsley is able to make quick work for out number 1.
See if Drag goes the way of his position here.
Watches ball down, 1-0. 1-0, swung on, fouled off, once again, out of play, 1-1.
About halfway up the bleachers.
Couple kids going running after it. He's got it.
You know, the kid in the Acuna shirt over there got the first foul ball back there, but he got beaten to the second one.
Curveball missed down low, 2-1.
We are in Braves country after all.
2-1's right there, 2-2. Tinsley's trying to make quick work for out number 2. Ryan Drag's trying to stand in his way as he swings at a fastball up and in for the strikeout.
Well, it blew him away right there. Came with the high velocity. Drag just couldn't catch up to it.
Still early on, but a lot of great pitching up to this point. As number 17, Brighton Berthrong, steps up to the dish. Trying to extend this inning. 0-0 misses just low, 1-0. Turkeys lead it 3-0 here early on in the second inning. Called strike one, 1-1's the count.
First inning, he seemed to be really coming inside on a lot of the right-handed hitters. Now he's living mainly on the outside portion.
As that swung and missed for strike two, 1-2.
He hit the first two batters of the game, remember, so clearly he's made that adjustment. Now he's working away.
That does offer a lot of backside pop instead of trying to beat batters in. As a 1-2 is bounced for a 2-2 count.
And that can play out of your favor as well when you're attacking right-handed hitters that way. You're allowing them the opportunity to let the ball travel and try and shoot it to that short porch down and right.
Yes. Tinsley working ahead here early on. Here's a 2-2. Pop fly, center field. Looks like it's going to stay in play. And it does. As center fielder Garrison Bridges makes a play on the warning track to end the bottom half of the second. Brett Wiseman will have the call here in the top half of the third right after this.
Historic Bowman Gray Stadium. Brett Wiseman alongside Logan Allen as the sun has decided to peek out here in the late evening at the Madhouse, as they call it. They'll have racing again here on this coming Saturday night, but for tonight and tomorrow night, baseball.
Hopefully we'll be back this time next year.
Justin Barham 9-1-2 due up for the Wampus Cats. And we'll see how the sunlight affects both the hitters and the fielders here. That was one thing I wondered about as that's taken for strike one. Coming into this, there's no batter's eye. So, view for the hitters a little bit different as that one's low ball one.
To relate to that, there were a total of 10 home runs hit last night, and so far 1 tonight, as that misses low and in for ball 2.
That was actually called a strike. It's 1-2. Bit of a generous call maybe down and in, but we'll take it. Conrad's 1-2 is swung on and missed. He's got another K as he sets Justin Barham down, and the lineup card flips back over to Garrison Bridges, who now does have his number 6 jersey.
Conrad still making quick work here early on in top half of the third.
I don't want to jinx anything, but he appears to be in a rhythm as I believe Bridges laid off. We're going to appeal, no swing, 1-0. This kind of play, Logan, it's always worth an appeal. It's the most objective call in the sport.
Always. You'll never know if he's paying attention or not.
1-0 swung on and missed. Conrad's got the fastball working well this evening. He's got the count back even 1-1. He's got the sign he wants. Breaking ball, ooh, looked good, but called the ball 2-1.
Just inside.
Well, that one looked like it started basically close to the rib cage of Bridges and then broke right back towards the inside corner.
Definitely fooled him on that one.
Two one is lined out to center, and that'll drop in a base hit. As Semino had to pull up on it. But in this outfield, it maybe doesn't hurt to dive. It's not going to travel away as far.
Unless it ends up on the racetrack itself.
Then it could roll any number of directions. That'll bring up Wilkerson, the left fielder, with one on here and one out. Pickoff move, and Bridges was leaning a little bit there, but able to get back in safely. First pitch is in there for strike one to Wilkerson, who popped out his first time up. And now the pickoff attempt gets away. They should blow this dead. And
they do.
And they will, as the pickoff throw goes out of play past the dugout portion. Onto the racetrack.
Not much foul territory here at historic Bowman Gray.
So that puts Bridges at second now with just the one out. Well, it's the second time in 3 innings Conrad has had a man in scoring position behind him as that misses up and in. 2-1 now. And Conrad calls time. I believe he's making an adjustment to his cleat there, or spikes there. They can't, I don't know if many guys are wearing spikes or not because of the pavement. I think Conrad's actually wearing turf shoes, it looks like. So he's making an adjustment to the tread there on the turf shoes. The mound itself is turf. Think of it like a portable putting green, that kind of material. That one swung on and fouled straight back to the screen, so count goes even 2-2. One out here in the top half of the third. Disco Turkeys leading it 3-0. Conrad shakes off once. Now he's got the sign he wants. Check on Bridges at second. Pitch is fouled off to the right side. So Wilkerson will see another. And the ball boy there couldn't get the foul ball into the stands. Didn't have that kind of arm. As now one of the Disco Turkeys players will come and chuck it up into the crowd as
that catches the inside corner for strike 3.
So Wilkerson's down looking on a backwards K. So 2 down now. Conrad trying to pitch around that runner at second. He'll have to get Chirino, the shortstop, to do it. Chirino reached on an error his first time on the pop-up that Locklear couldn't handle.
Third.
Runner going for third. The throw is going to be in time. A seed from Berthrong behind the plate. The runner didn't even have time to slide. He was out before he even started it. Great defense for the Disco Turkeys so far. They lead it 3-0 after 2.5. Logan Allen has the bottom of the third after this.
And we're back here in the bottom half of the third inning as Alex Naylor takes one up high, 1-0.
Back to the top of the order here for the Disco Turkeys.
Indeed, 1, 2, and 3 up, as that is a foul ball straight back up onto the concourse.
Yep, that's the first. I believe that's the first one
I believe
that's
so.
gone up onto the concourse.
Count falls even, 1-1. Naylor steps back in as Tinsley gets his sign. 1-1 coming. Misses upstairs, ball 2. Naylor steps back in. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. He'll want that one back.
He was hit by a pitch his first time. I remember the first two batters of the game were plunked.
2-2 popped up third base. Foul territory.
It's going to stay on the grass.
And that is called an out. So that will stay in play for out number 1.
There was a bit of discussion there on that, so they call it an out, where it looked like it had crossed over that threshold of the Wampus Cats dugout as we have action in the moundless bullpen, which is the front stretch of the racetrack here at Bowman Gray.
Tyler Scheidel with a line shot into left field, base hit single for Tyler Scheidel.
He's got that great defensive play. Now he's reached base both times, so he's got 1,000 fielding percentage and 1,000 on base percentage.
Got to love it early on here in the third inning. Now batting, shortstop, number 13, Max Gustafsson. He'll have a runner on first. Big swing and miss, 0-1.
Again, swinging for that short porch.
Hopefully we'll be able to use it this at bat. Here's a 0-1. Misses outside. That will even the count, 1-1.
We see over here down to our left is the makeshift Wampus Cat bullpen.
As that misses low and out for ball 2. As there's not much really any foul territory, so the bullpen is on asphalt. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Now even the count, 2-2 for Max Gustafsson.
Disco Turkeys do have a little bit of room to do so with the grass they have behind their dugout, but Wampus Cats are on the front stretch.
Misses outside, full count. Mr. Tinsley hasn't seen many full counts. Here's his delivery. Hard shot, foul, right off first base side.
Not by much either.
Count remains full here with 1 out and 1 runner on here in the bottom half of the third inning. And there does seem to be some action here in the Disco Turkeys bullpen.
There's a stretching and throwing going on. You can see on the right-hand side of your screen is that's going to go on the concourse.
Fouled straight back. Another concourse shot. Count will remain full here for Max Gustafsson. Here's the full count once again. Misses inside for a walk.
That's a good take right there. That's a tempting off-speed pitch for a left-handed power hitter.
And that will bring runners to first and second for number 1, Caden Smith.
As was the intents for Smith the last time up when he had 3-run homer.
Indeed. He's had 2 this weekend as that misses low for ball 1. He's
driven in 7 with just his 2 home runs.
His last home run coming last night to end it as a grand slam, as that will be a 6-4-3 double play to get the Wampus Scouts out of a jam here early on in the 3rd inning. Brett Wiseman will have the call coming in the top of the 4th right after this.
Back here at historic Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem. Brett Wiseman alongside Logan Allen. To the 4th inning we go.
Adam Conrad is still on the mound here in the top of the 4th.
We'll see how long the leash is on him as we've got action in the Disco Turkey bullpen behind the canopies there. As that is strike 1 to Chirino, who was at bat when Bridges was caught stealing last half inning.
Still a big defensive outing so far.
Not the game you'd expect, as that one is in there for strike number 2.
Conrad trying to make some quick work here in the top of the 4th.
That one fouled back. Is that going to get the concourse? Yes. 3 balls on the concourse already. We're off and rolling.
Conrad looks in for a sign. He's got it. Here's the 0-2.
And that one hit him.
Never good being up 0-2 to just nail somebody in the ribs.
Yeah, you never want to give an at-bat away like that.
No.
And that'll bring Trey Larkin to the plate here.
Big jumping lead at first as that misses upstairs for ball one.
Be a good time to roll a double play right here.
And it does seem to be starting to sprinkle here at historic Bowman Gray Stadium.
We saw a rainbow a few moments ago as that one's low and it skips in. Sun's out, but the sprinkles are spritzing the diamond here at the Madhouse. That one misses up and in as Conrad's trying to find his spot. Berthrong will step out from behind the crouch and throw the ball back to him. Try and settle him down a little bit.
I'm not sure what shape they call this, because I'm not sure if it's really a diamond.
We'll call it that. We'll go with that for now. That one misses up and in, and that's ball four. So back-to-back base runners, Torino and Larkin reach on a hit by pitch and a walk. When you had Torino 0-2, he hit him, and a quick 4 balls to Larkin, and that'll bring Beber to the plate as Berthrong comes out from behind the dish to try and calm down his right-hander. As Conrad will take the, I guess that's rosin behind the plate, or behind the mound. From the stretch, he's got the sign he wants, first and second, nobody out. Trying to pitch out of another jam. He's had first and second in 2 of his 4 innings to this point. And still hasn't gotten an out here in the 4th. So it would technically be 2 of his 3 innings to this point. 1-0 is up and in, ball 2 to Beber. Weaver, the catcher's on deck. There is no longer action behind the Disco Turkey dugout area.
Our little makeshift bullpen.
As that one misses 3-0. It didn't miss by much, as now we've got a couple of guys standing and maybe getting ready to go back there. That swung on and missed. They gave him the green light 3-0, and he didn't get it. We'll see if that comes back to bite the Wampus Cats. The 3-0 green light swing and miss, and we'll see if that shifts the momentum here as well. Up and away, that was actually ball 3 right there.
All righty then.
So 3-1 count. Inside, ball 4, bases are loaded with nobody out, and action is picking up now behind the Disco Turkey dugout area, and A.J. Lewis will come out and have a visit with the Yadkinville native Adam Conrad, product of Forbush High School.
Batters catcher number 36, Gage Weaver.
A.J. Lewis makes his way back off the field.
See if that calms Conrad down a little bit. Hopefully so. Hopefully he can find the zone. Find a way to get it out here, as there's a lefty loosening for the Disco Turkeys.
Any small poke in the right field could turn the score over for the Wampus Cats.
Conklin's shading up the middle as that one misses well upstairs, 1-0. Conklin shading up the middle, and as is the shortstop, so kind of holding the runner on there at second. Locklear not holding the runner on at first as that misses up and in, ball 2. As Conrad is struggling here through this top half of the 4th inning. Bases loaded, nobody out, and a big bat at the plate. A big swing from Weaver, and he didn't get it. Conrad brought the fastball back down and had plenty of velocity on it to get the swing and a miss. That one chopped foul to the right side as Scheidel tried to make a play on it, but it rolls over onto the pavement.
Evens the count, 2-2.
This would be a big first out if he can get it, and he can pitch for a double play after that. 2-2. Up and away, 3-2 full count, and nowhere to put Weaver. And Conrad trying to get some more grip on the baseball, it looks like. Full count pitch. Up and away, ball 4, and that will bring in the first Wampus Cats run of the night. Again, there is a left-hander throwing in the Disco Turkey bullpen. The base is still loaded, still nobody out. Josh Barham up, takes strike 1.
At bat at DH, number 21, Josh Barham.
1-1 count now.
Misses just inside.
So in the situation now, Conrad is where he's going to need to get calls like that just for his confidence. 1-1 up and in, 2-1. Derek Martinez, who was the first baseman yesterday, was the left-hander that was loosening for the Disco Turkeys. And misses inside, 2-1.
I believe that's 3-1.
That's 3-1, yes, good call. Up and in, ball 4, so back-to-back walks here. 3 straight walks now and a hit by pitch, so the Wampus Cats now have 2 runs without a single or just the 1 hit tonight.
A.J. Lewis seems to be making a stroll.
You're waiting for the signal, yep, and that should be it for Conrad. As the wheels have come off the wagon for him here in this top half of the 4th inning, has not been able to record an out. Hit the first batter of the inning, had him 0-2, and now has issued 3 consecutive walks to bring in 2 runs.
Disco Turkeys still lead it, 3-2 here in the top of the 4th.
And Derek Martinez will come on, we think. We'll wait for the official signal as most of the...
Indeed.
Yep, here comes Martinez.
Who hit the first home run here at historic Bowman Gray Stadium last night.
And he'll take the mound for Conrad, and while he warms up, we'll take a timeout. Bases still loaded, still nobody out. Wampus Cats trying to break things open when we come back. Back here at historic Bowman Gray Stadium, Brett Wiseman alongside Logan Allen. Derek Martinez is attempting to at least limit the damage here. He inherits bases loaded, nobody out. All the runners are the responsibility of Adam Conrad. And both those runs earned without a hit in the inning. Wampus Cats have just the one hit on the evening, as that one's fouled back off the bat of Eli Harpini, the second baseman tonight for Uwharrie. A 1 swung on and missed, and quickly Martinez ahead in the count, 0-2. 0-2 misses up and away, and Berthrong had to snag that one quickly to keep it from getting away.
With the short backstop, I'm not sure if any runners would have advanced. Wouldn't want to test it either.
Well, it looked like it was going beyond the backstop from up here. 0-2's outside, or 1-2's outside, 2-2 now. Another instance of having somebody 0-2. And that's on the ground towards the hole at short, fielded cleanly. Throw to first is going to be in time. And the Disco Turkeys will be more than happy to concede the run for the out. But the bad news is it was hit too slowly to Gustafson to try and get the force at second, so he could only make the play at first. So now 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out and a tie game, as it's an RBI ground out for Harpini. And it brings Justin Barham to the plate again with 2 in scoring position and just the 1 out. And a left-handed hitter with that short porch in right has got an opportunity here to maybe put him up 3. Swing and a miss at that one. A half-hearted attempt at that, 0-1. We'll see if Martinez can take advantage of the lefty-lefty matchup here. Misses low and does bounce off the backstop.
Bounces right back to him.
It's the advantage of that backstop there. 1-1 is the count now. Weaver at third. And that is in there, inside corners, big strike 2. Josh Barham is at second. His brother Justin is at the plate trying to drive him in, but he's behind in the count 1-2. Right there, strike 3 called, sit down. Backwards K for Martinez, and a big one at that. Well, the lineup card will flip over, and Bridges will stand in for the 3rd time this evening. But that is a big boost to get a second out there. First pitch to him is right in there, inside half, strike 1. This would be some kind of tightrope walk if Martinez is able to get out of this with just the 1 run surrendered. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Foul tipped it, actually, I believe, into the mitt.
And this will be a big out right here if he's able to get him down. 1, 2, 3.
Swing and a miss, he got him. You want to talk about a tightrope walk. Martinez comes in, bases loaded, nobody out, only gives up the 1 run and strikes out 2 of the 3 he faces. How about it? Logan Allen's got the bottom half of the 4th right after this.
And we are back here in the home half of the fourth inning as Logan Conklin steps up to the dish. As there's a little bit of work here in the Uwharrie Wampus Cats bullpen right here in front of us. 0-0 is a hit by pitch, and that will put a runner on first base here with nobody out in the home half of the fourth. Up the base next, up to hit next will be number 9, Chase Locklear. Here's his 0-0, ground ball, shortstop, 6-4, no throw. There will be an out at second. Chase Locklear reaches on a fielder's choice. There'll be one out here in the home half of the fourth as Nick McAdon steps up to the plate. Got one out here in the home half of the fourth with Chase Locklear on first base. Tinsley's on the mound for his fourth inning of work. Gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there called strike. 0-1. Locklear with a pretty small lead at first. Here's the 0-1. Upstairs, ball 1. That'll even the count 1-1.
And McAdon's got some pop, so we'll see if he's able to get a hold of one here, break this tie back.
McAdon's ready for the 1-1. Swing and miss. 1-2.
He swung for the, I would say fencing, but it's more construction netting out there in left field.
Where one of the end zones would be at.
I believe that's the south end zone. North end zone towards the field house. And this is inside.
2-2. Got a runner on first with Chase Locklear as McAdon is at the dish. Swing and a miss for strikeout. For a strikeout for the second out of the inning.
Well, Tinsley has really been able to use that fastball well.
Love's going up in the count. Zach Semino is now up with 2 outs here on the home half of the fourth.
Do have a left-hander warming, it appears, for the Wampus Cats here down to our immediate left in their makeshift bullpen.
As that is fouled off for an 0-1 count. Just past our school bus. Here's the 0-1. Ball 1 down in the dirt. That'll even the count 1-1. Got through the legs of Mr. Weaver, but with a short backstop, runner did not advance. Here's a 1-1. Up and out, 2-1.
Again, you see Tinsley working away to the right-handed hitters.
As he hit the first batter of this inning. Big swing and miss. That will even the count, 2-2.
And tailing action on that one. Started it over the heart of the plate, and then it moved down and away.
Checks on his runner. Here's the 2-2. Another strikeout right here to end the inning. First batter hit by pitch. Nothing coming. Brett Wiseman will have the top half of the fifth inning right after this.
back here at historic Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem. Derek Martinez back to the mound for his second inning of work, as he'll face Wilkerson. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Wampus Cats here in their half of the fifth inning.
Shade's starting to come over most of the infield.
That's in there. Strike one, count even now, 1-1.
That's in there for a strike two.
His Shade's covering most of the infield here. Dead center, really the only part of the playing field here that's in the view of the sun. Line to right, that's a fair ball, and it will hop over the backstretch wall and be a ground rule double. A line shot down the right field line. Saw a ball yesterday into the right center field gap, Logan, that didn't bounce over the wall but went through it. There's some holes that have been created from the race cars here, smacking into the fence, and ball found its way through there for a ground rule double.
A lot of oddities here at historic Bowman Gray Stadium.
Gonna bring Chirino to the plate as he takes low ball one from Martinez. So a leadoff double certainly wasn't ideal, but after the tightrope walk he commenced last inning, we'll see if he can do it again. On the ground to third, fielded by Scheidel. He'll throw on to first, and Locklear will corral it to make the play. 5-3 put out for out number one.
As the runner decides to stay on second.
You saw Scheidel there give him a little side-eye look just to make sure.
Next up, number 5, right fielder Trey Larkin.
That'll bring Trey Larkin to the plate, the right fielder tonight. He takes low ball one. Martinez is 1-0, is on the ground to first. Locklear will field it cleanly. He'll take it himself. 3 unassisted for out number 2. Wilkerson will advance to third, so he's 90 feet away. He's the go-ahead run, but the good news is there's 2 down.
Score remains tied here in the top of the fifth, 3-3.
And that'll bring Bryson Bever to the plate now for the third time tonight. Takes strike one right at the knees. Oh, 1. Swung on and foul tipped. And corralled by the Wampus Cats head coach with his hat. He'll toss it to a gaggle of young fans. As that misses outside, 1-2 the count. Runner at third, 2 down, 1-2 count for Martinez. And he will look the runner back to third as there was a big secondary lead being had there down the third base line. 1-2's up and outside, 2-2, and mind games being played over there by Wilkerson at third. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. 2 innings, both ending in Ks for Martinez as he gets Bever flailing to end the inning. Logan Allen has the bottom half of the fifth, halfway through this one from Bowman Gray Stadium, tied up 3-3. Logan's got the bottom half of the fifth after this.
And we are back here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Ryan Drag steps in for the Disco Turkeys as he looks to start us off. As the score remains 3-3 here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. First pitch coming, curveball driven in the center field, and Garrison Bridges makes the nice catch for an easy out, number 1.
Well, I think that's 125 is going to want back. That was a cement mixer, hanging breaking ball that he was able to get good wood on, but unfortunately lined it right to Wilkerson.
I believe that was Garrison Bridges.
Looks like Wilkerson's moved to center here. That's number 3.
Alrighty.
Yep, Bridges has now moved to second base.
Alrighty.
So it appears that Harpini may be out of the game, or he's been shuffled somewhere else.
As Brighton Berthrong takes first pitch outside for 1-0 count. Pitch 2 misses low once again, 2-0. Tinsley will remain on the mound here for the 5th inning, as that pitch is in there for a called strike on the outer half, 2-1.
Tinsley's been erratic at times, but overall I'd say pretty successful.
He's found a way to stay consistent through, so far, 5 1/3. As the count evens at 2-2, here with 1 out in the home half of the 5th. The 2-2 is fouled off.
It was way out in front of that one, so lucky just to get a piece of it.
Stays alive. Count will remain 2-2. Brighton with his back foot right outside of the batter's box. As that is bounced for a full count. Seems like most righties are slowly starting to move back in the batter's box.
Yeah, it seems like ever so slowly they've started to move further back behind where the box is painted. Ball 4.
With a 1-out walk, that will bring up top of the order, Alex Naylor, number 36. In the past innings, there's almost been 2 6-4-3 double plays. Yo is in there for a called strike 1 on the outer half, 0-1. Little work here in the Wampus Cats makeshift bullpen. There's an 0-1 swung on and missed for strike 2.
That was a big swing and a good one, but it's way out in front.
That's going to be one he wants back. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on and chased for a big strikeout for Tinsley for the 2nd out of the bottom half of the 5th.
Yeah, that swing on the 0-1 right there. Kind of telling of the whole at bat right there for Naylor. He was so off balance on that 3rd swing as well.
Now bring up third baseman number 5, Tyler Scheidel.
Snap throw back to first.
Pitch outside, ball 1. As a snap throw was not in time as well. Runner gets back in safely.
Almost looked like a de facto pitch out right there. Maybe not far enough outside to for sure be one, but it could have been.
Non-intentional, but close enough. 1-0 is outside, 2-0.
There we see it again. Tinsley's living on the outer edge.
2-0's just low. Catcher could not find it. And the runner will advance to second.
Heads up base running right there.
Yes. As the count falls behind 3-0 for Tyler Scheidel.
They'd assume no green light here. You got it anyways.
3-1. Here's a 3-1. Swung on and chased.
Now strike 3.
And that will end
That's
the inning.
out number 3. Scoreboard only read 1 out, but okay. All right, let's go to the 6th.
Brett Wiseman will have top of the 6th.
Back here at historic Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem, Brett Wiseman alongside Logan Allen. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up. Weaver, Barham, and then Harpini's spot in the order. Derek Martinez out for his 3rd inning of work. Technically, he came in the 4th inning, but there were no outs at the time, so this is officially his 3rd inning. And that is now chopped on the ground to 3rd. Scheidel on the run will make the play. He has done very, very well, Logan, for not having a whole lot of experience over at the hot corner tonight defensively.
Absolutely. He's looked very solid. You wouldn't know he's never played 3rd.
That'll bring Barham to the plate. Number 9 for the Wampus Cats is on deck in Harpolini's spot. We'll check on the name there. Swung on and foul tipped. Quickly 0-2.
Very quick work so far by Derek Martinez here in the top half of the 6th.
Speaking of exceptional, he's been nothing short of it. Quickly ahead in the count 0-2. Here it comes. On the ground foul. Look out over there is Justin Barham, who's in the hole. Almost got clipped as the foul ball rolls all the way down into turn 4 towards the pit area here at Bowman Gray.
And that may have been the furthest ball hit to this point.
For this rolled foul ball. That one misses up and away, so a waste pitch there, 1-2. One-two, swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Martinez. He is dealing right now, 2 down.
complete opposite role from yesterday. Yesterday, home run derby. So far today,
Yesterday's
duel.
game ended in 7 innings as well.
Final score 23-10.
It's a football score yesterday. Well, we're in a football stadium technically also, as that's strike one to the right-handed hitter for the Wampus Cats in the makeshift Disco Turkeys bullpen. As that almost clips the right-handed hitter there in the feet, 2-1. Carter starts. Is the batter, number 9. Head in the count, 2-1. And this is up and away, 3-1. Carter Starnes, excuse me, number 9. So he's ahead in the count, 3-1 now, with 2 down. Swings and misses, full count now, 3-2.
At bat, number 9, Carter Starnes.
Takes up and in. That is ball 4. No, strike 3 called. Martinez got the call. Back-to-back Ks. How about that? Have a 3 innings, Derek Martinez. My goodness. Absolutely dealing the deck in his 3 innings of work. Strikes out 5. And the 9 outs he gets. Logan Allen's got the bottom half of the 6th as the Coach versus Roach race will precede it. We're back after this.
And we are back here in the home half of the 6th as the score remains 3-3. First pitch is taken low and outside, ball 1 for, I believe it is Max Gustafsson, as there is a pitching change for the Wampus Cats. Joel Comp takes over for Mr. Tinsley, as I believe that is low and outside as well.
Yep, 2-0.
2-0.
Leading off for your Disco Turkeys, number 13.
Indeed, Max Gustafsson is up. As a 2-0 is swung on and missed, 2-1.
It's a good pitch to hit there, 2-0. He wants to, you can see him kind of lean back after that, knowing he wants it back.
Comp fires and deals, misses upstairs, ball 3.
Nope, I believe that was a called strike there, 2-2.
Alrighty.
Not a very demonstrative call from the home plate umpire.
Hard angle to see from back here. That is low and outside in the other batter's box. Full count. Max takes his time to regather himself as he steps right back into the box.
Big power man on deck.
Full count waiting. Joe Comp gets his pitch. Here it comes. Misses just low. Leadoff walk for Max Gustafsson.
Just what the doctor ordered. The lefty-lefty matchup doesn't pan out now. You get the guy who's got 2 home runs in the last 2 days against an opposite-handed pitcher.
Number 1, Caden Smith. First pitch dealing outside, ball 1. Wouldn't want to give him anything too pretty. Misses inside, 2-0.
I'm not going to say they're pitching around him, but they're certainly trying to avoid making a mistake here. But it's not like there's guys behind him that can't beat you, too.
Seems like that's a coach playing first base for the Wampus Cats. That is fouled straight back and out of play. 2-1.
That one got all the way back up towards the concourse. Yeah, I believe that is one of the coaches that's playing first base right now for the Wampus Cats.
Comp comes set, fires, misses just low. 3-1. Good spot for Caden Smith to be in right here.
Really good hitters count.
Up 3-1. Here's the pitch. Inside.
That nearly hit him, but it's ball 4 anyways.
2 straight walks to lead off the bottom half of the 6th. Up next, second baseman, number 6, Logan Conklin.
Next up, second baseman.
Here's a guy that loves to go the other way. And with 2 guys on, look out.
As the right fielder is, I believe, sitting on.
He is literally sitting on the wall.
That pitch is taken low and in, ball 1.
He's got to stand that far back with this guy at the plate.
1-0 fires. Hard swing and fouled off. Excuse me. 1-1.
We saw Conklin try and pull the ball in his first at bat. Now he's seems to be straightening out his approach a little bit. He loves to go the other way.
Joel Comp know he got away with that as he steps off the back of the mound. Gathers himself, checks on his runners. Another hard swing. Just fouled off first base side.
Conklin is a guy, this is his 3rd year now as a disco turkey, and Conklin's always been a guy that has not been cheated. Will always take hacks and a half up there.
Here's a 1-2. Another hardy cut, fouled off first base side.
That one got over the catch fence, up into the bleachers.
If fair, that would have been gone. As the count remains 1-2. Comp fires. Little bloop shot towards short.
Dropped? Was that dropped?
He tried to see if he could turn 2, but
infield fly rule. Yep.
Infield fly rule wasn't in effect.
So at that point, in case you're new, infield fly rule means batters automatically out, runners cannot advance, which means that a play like that where the shortstop tries to intentionally drop it and get a double play, that's nullified.
As number 9, Chase Lockler, steps up to the plate. Misses upstairs, ball 1.
That's a big first out, though, for Uwharrie.
Absolutely. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Gustafsson with a pretty decently sized lead over at second. As that is in there for a called strike on the inner half, 1-2.
Calvin Schubert is on deck, it looks like. Who'll be pinch hitting for the extra hitter, Macedon.
As that is taken up and in, 2-2. Two and 2 is coming. Outside, full count, 1 out. With runners on first and second here for Chase Lockler.
Don't think they put him in motion here with 1 out, but this might be a go pitch for Lockler, base hit ball 4 situation. It's got to be in your spot.
Runners are not moving as that is taken low and inside.
Well, that wasn't in anybody's spot. Easy take there. Non-competitive pitch.
As that will load the bases. Here with 1 out for Calvin Schubert. Pinch hitting for Nick Macedon, the extra hitter.
And it appears now that Dion Tubbs has stepped into what you would call the on-deck circle, which would be the spot of Semino in center field. Strike one to Schubert. Well, now Semino stepped back into the on-deck circle, so maybe scratch that. Maybe Tubbs is behind him.
As the 0-1 is swung and missed on, 0-2.
And Tubbs has a bat, but he doesn't have a batting helmet on.
Schubert steps back in. Gets ready for the 0-2. Comp looks in. It's got a sign. Fires. Hard swing and miss. Strikeout number 2. As there are 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th.
And that's a big second out right there. Schubert down in a heap. 3 quick pitches.
As Zach Semino will stay in for right now.
Next up, center fielder number 4, Zach Semino.
First pitch, swing and miss, 0-1. Bases remain juiced here with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 6th.
This might be a turning point in the ball game one way or the other.
Called strike on the upper half, 0-2. Big spot for both sides right here.
Working quickly on the mound also.
Joe Comp's got his 0-2 sign. Here it comes. Mrs. Justlow, runner. Gustafsson will take home on that passed ball. As the Disco Turkeys will advance and score, making it 4-2-3 Disco Turkeys in the bottom half of the 6th.
Aggressive base running, but smart base running right there.
Doing one of few mistakes so far early on in this game. As that is a looped shot right to the right fielder, as that will end the inning by Zach Semino.
1 run across from the Disco Turkeys.
Brett Wiseman will have the call here in the top half of the 7th, right after this.
Leading off for the Wampus Cats is I don't know if it's a coach or an employee or Otis Farnsworth, I believe, is what we're going with as his name. That I doubt that's his legal given name. He's ahead in the count now.
I'm feeling Joe Random.
Nice MLB The Show reference right there. Joe Random will foul that one off. See, we would do what MLB The Show usually does when there's not an audio attached to a player, which is you go with the jersey number, but he's not wearing a jersey.
Or pants.
Swing and a miss, as that swing looked more home at a beer league softball game than it did against a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Count even, 2-2. Washington Park's the other direction. 2-2. Anthony's got him looking. Boy, I feel bad for that guy. He had to go out and face a absolutely dealing Martinez and just got absolutely carved up like a holiday ham.
As there's one out here in the top half of the 7th.
Swing and a miss by Bridges as Martinez continues to mow through the lineup. Low 1-1.
Not a bad spot.
This is now Martinez's 4th inning of work. This may be his last, as there is action in the Disco Turkey makeshift bullpen. There's strike 2. 1-2 count now with one down here in the 7th. That one swung on and missed. And now a throw over to first. No, wait, foul ball. Foul ball was the call. Maybe not. Now Bridges is walking back. He didn't even finish running to first base.
I'm not sure what to call that. Right fielder, I think, ended up touching first on that.
Now, I believe that was actually Conklin that ended up touching first. The throw went wide. And then it was flipped back to Conklin, who touched the bag. So
Seemed like a couple.
I don't know. What do you
right
score
there.
that? 2, 3, 4 strikeout?
7, 8, 9.
Inside, ball 1 to the next batter. That's Wilkerson.
Ran a football lateral right there.
And it was a legal lateral because it was, it's not a forward pass. Outside, 2-0. Now, see, if it was the XFL, though, you can forward lateral in the XFL, though. That's what makes that fun. Basically becomes ultimate frisbee at that point. 2-0 is right in there on the inside corner, 2-1. Foul back, 2-2. You know, Logan, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, when I was in gym class in middle school, we had our own version of ultimate frisbee, but used a football. So you could catch the football, couldn't move your feet, though. It's hard to throw a spiral when you can't set your feet because you're standing one way because you had to catch the ball awkwardly. It's not ideal. A lot of wounded ducks that were thrown.
Seems like it would be.
Martinez is ready for the 2-2. That's one popped up, foul right on top of us. Off the press box, and it bounces right over the right head of a youngster, or a gaggle of youngsters. And the Wampus Cats third base coach is going to go over and, no, it was the kid in the blue hat that had it. Kid in the blue hat down here is the one that had it. Give it to him. Nope, he didn't. Bad job.
As that hits number 3.
Yeah, the pitch hit Wilkerson. Well, the Wampus Cats third base coach was supposed to give it to the kid who had it bounce right over his hand. And he dropped the ball, literally and figuratively.
Just a little too short.
To be fair, it was a hard bounce off
It was.
right above us.
I thought one up and over. Guess not.
And Martinez back to the bump I'll try and get Chirino here. It's the first base runner that Martinez has surrendered of his own making, or own doing. He gets a swing and miss there for strike one. So nobody had reached base against him specifically. He came in with the bases loaded, but none of those runners were his responsibility. Back in the fourth inning, as that one misses high and away for ball one. So he tight-roped out of that and then did not allow anyone to reach base in the fifth or the sixth inning. And with 2 outs in the seventh, he finally surrenders a base runner. That one popped foul off to the right side. It'll bounce over the catch fence and into the bleachers. Swing and a miss. He got another one. Blew the express right past him. Have an evening, Derek Martinez. He Ks 7 through 4 innings. And we head to the seventh inning stretch. Logan Allen has the bottom half of the seventh frame coming back after this.
And we are back here in the bottom half of the seventh inning as Ryan Drag steps in to the plate. It'll be 9, 10, and 1 up here as Ryan Drag pops a fly ball to right field. Not far enough, as I believe it will be Trey Larkin to make the catch over there in right field for out number 1.
It does appear to be Larkin there in right field, but Drag trying to just shot put one the other way over the fence and didn't quite get enough of it. As the sun has almost completely set here at historic Bowman Gray Stadium.
First night game here at Bowman Gray.
Complete day game yesterday, but only you see racing under the lights here, not baseball. This is cool.
Brighton Berthrong takes strike 1 out on the outer half, 0-1. As the Turkeys lead it 4-3 here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. As that pitch is low and inside, 1-1.
If you get a chance to ever walk on the track here because of the history, and there's racing here every week.
Pop fly right field. Second baseman's got it. There'll be 2 outs here in the bottom half of the seventh inning.
And Bridges has moved to second base, so he makes the catch there. But if you ever walk on this track, there is so much burnt and charred rubber from the race cars being here every week that it just litters the racetrack. But that's how the cars get grip to be able to race.
Alex Naylor takes a fastball on the outer half, 0-1. Ball one outside, 1-1 the count. Naylor trying to keep this inning alive.
Again, quick tempo on the mound.
Ball outside, 2-1. Joel Comp making this 7th inning seem pretty easy up to this point. Swing and fouled off, 2-2.
That's Dion Tubbs that's in the box. Another third-year Disco Turkey.
Dion Tubbs takes it low and outside. Full count.
Scheidel on deck.
Number 3, Dion.
Dion Tubbs takes over for Alex Naylor in left field.
He'll take his time out here.
Joe Comp steps off the back of the mound, back on it, got a sign. Here's the full count. Misses low and outside.
That was a, sorry Logan, that was a smart move by Dion against a guy who's been working quickly for the majority of this time out there tonight. Call timeout, try and break his rhythm up a little bit.
Absolutely. And it seemed to work as he issued his first base runner here in the 7th inning as Tyler Scheidel is up. Ball low and in, gets away. Dion tries to take second, and he will as the throw gets away.
Yeah, not getting him with his speed. Dion Tubbs runs like a gazelle.
As Bridges is hurt here on the third base dugout.
Yeah, he ran straight over as he dove to keep that errant throw from going into the outfield.
As number 39, starting pitcher Tinsley will take over second base.
He went immediately towards the dugout. So
Yes, he did. Another ball down in the dirt. 2-0. Tubbs will not try and take third on that pass ball.
yeah, he's laying down on his back right now underneath one of the canopies as the training staff has a look at him.
A few Disco Turkeys signed some autographs here pretty much straight by home plate as Tyler swings and whiffs. 2-1.
Well, I'm sure that host of kids over there is going to get a little bit bigger.
It seems like it has. Scheidel moves to the front of the box. Hard swing and miss. 2-2.
Got to be able to lay off that pitch, though, especially against an opposite-handed arm on the mound. That's where a guy like this with, medium velocity wants you to swing at a sinker like that.
Scheidel needs to relax and just realize he's playing a game. As Comp steps off the back of the mound. Regathers himself, steps back on. Scheidel never got out of the box. Comp's got a sign. Here's the 2-2. As Dion takes third and will dive in easily with no throw. As that bounces for a full count.
Even if that pitch had gotten to the plate without a bounce, there's still not much of a chance to get Dion.
Tubbs with a good jump coming off second. Stole third easily. Swung on and missed to end the bottom half of the 7th. Top of the 8th coming up next with Brett Wiseman.
Few defensive changes to tell you about. New Disco Turkey right-hander is number 40. There's not a number 40 listed on the Disco Turkey roster, so we'll try and figure out who that may be. New left fielder is Alex Naylor, the Wingate University Bulldog. Dion Tubbs takes over in center, and Calvin Schubert assumes duties at first base. He'll take over there for Gustafson. As the first pitch misses up and away for ball one.
I believe that will be Reese McDuffie on the mound for the Disco Turkeys.
Reese McDuffie, number 40, is on the mound. Takes low here, 2-0. Quickly 2-0 here on McDuffie. And that one is hammered out to center. Tubbs on the run. He won't get it. It's gone. And this game is tied. No, it bounced. Well, it's tough to see whether that got over the wall. I believe it bounced on the pavement, right where that opening is in the wall there. So they're going to score it an automatic ground rule double.
I myself thought that was out of here.
I thought that got over the wall, but it did not. So a break for the Disco Turkeys. So it's still 4-3, but a runner at second, nobody out. Misses open away, ball one. It looked like it may have hit the edge of the pavement there and bounced through that opening. It's the only thing I could really think. Misses low and away, 2-0 now. This is Beber at the plate, who's ahead in the count, 2-0. Beber pops this one up. Right side, it will stay in play right on the line, and Schubert will make the catch for out number one. Schubert actually taking the place of Chase Locklear at first. Gustafson remains at shortstop. As the first pitch to Weaver is in there for strike number one from McDuffie. Oh, 1-1 the count with one down. Up and away, 1-1. Check on the runner at second. Another look. Now the 1-1 is right there on the inside corner. Strike two. McDuffie has the sign he wants. He'll check on the runner once. Pitch misses up and in. A 2-2 count now with one down. Pop foul off to the right side. And out of play. Remains 2-2. You're in a 4-3 game in the top half of the eighth inning. Pop foul off to the right once again. And Weaver will see another 2-2 offering. Next 2-2 is up and in, so count goes full now, 3-2 with one down. Full count pitch, hit him in the back, behind him. So first and second now, would have been ball four anyways. But it goes down as a hit by pitch. So first and second now with one out in the top half of the eighth. The tying run is at second, and now Weaver represents the go-ahead run at first as Josh Barham comes to the plate. Swing and a miss by Barham, and a big one at that, strike one. Carter Starnes is on deck. That one misses inside. Barham able to slide step out of the way of it. One is swung on and missed by Barham once again. 1-2. One, two, up and in, 2-2.
Hey, young fellas along the wall down there, please don't turn your backs to the baseball field. You should keep your heads turned to the field at all times.
McDuffie is set. The 1-2 is hit deep to center field, and that for sure is gone. A 3-run homer for Josh Barham. And it comes at a big time for the Wampus Cats, as that gives Uwharrie a 6-4 lead here in the 8th inning. Big time clutch hit there. That'll bring Starnes to the plate now as a lot of the air has been let out of the balloon now after that blast. McDuffie will try and reset and throws it over top of Starnes.
Action starting to happen over in the Disco Turkey bullpen area.
As Starnes hits one. Out to center. I believe that's going to be a ground rule double, and it is. Ben Tanneman, number 20, is the one loosening in the Disco Turkey bullpen, and the Uwharrie number 20, Justin Barham, steps in with another runner in scoring position and one out here in this 8th inning. That's in there, strike one. Good comeback pitch by McDuffie. Check on the runner at second. That misses up and away, and Berthrong just able to keep it in his midst enough to keep the runner at second at bay. Starnes gets his lead.
No one seems to be holding him on at second.
Big swing by Barham, didn't get it, 2-2. Up and away, full count. As McDuffie's got the velo and Berthrong has had to snare a few wild fastballs back there. Full count pitch. Popped. Right side. Shallow left center, and Gustafson will make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring Tinsley to the plate. The starting pitcher tonight. We'll see what he has at the dish as he's coming to play second base. So he's in the 1 spot in the order for the injured Bridges, who, remember, was hurt trying to save that errant throw from the backstop. Swing and a miss by Tinsley, way late, strike 1. Big swing and a miss at another fastball. He didn't get it.
Great spot to be in for McDuffie right here.
You got to keep attacking here. Cannot afford to nibble. Got to come right after him.
A quick at bat right here would be exactly what the doctor ordered for the Disco Turkeys.
Tinsley steps back in. And a swing and a miss. He got him. 3 pitches blew him right by him. So McDuffie's able to get out of it, but not before Josh Barham's 3-run homer to dead center gives the Wampus Cats a 6-4 lead. Logan Allen has the bottom half of the 8th after this.
And we are back here in the bottom half of the 8th inning as Max Gustafson leads us off. Ball 1 down in the grass, 1-0. As the home plate area here at Bowman Gray is indeed grass, not dirt.
There is no dirt. I mean, there's dirt. It's covered by grass.
The 1-0 coming upstairs, 2-0.
A leadoff base runner here would be huge.
Would be ideal right here. The 2-0 from Comp is low and outside, 3-0.
You would assume no swing coming here.
Absolutely. I would not be swinging if I was Max right here. Big 3-0 count. Up and out. Ball 4. Leadoff walk to start the bottom half of the 8th.
Easy does it right there. 4-pitch leadoff walk. In the middle of the order coming up now. As we're going to have another pinch hitter.
As it is going to be number 39, Chuck Evans, who had a singular bomb last night.
As the extra hitter yesterday, so he's hitting now in the cleanup spot. So he's pinch hitting for Caden Smith, as now they've got the runner picked off. Gustafson in a pickle, and they run him down and tag him out.
Unfortunate way to start things here in the home half of the 8th.
Before Evans really got stepped into the box, they pick him off. Just like that, the leadoff base runner's gone.
Let's see if Chuck Evans can replace him right here. Big swing and miss, 0-1.
He tried to replace him and replace one of the runs that was given up last inning with that swing.
Joel Comp's 0-1 is low and in. Evens count 1-1.
That shifts the momentum of this inning back the way of the brown and gold.
Ball low and in once again, 2-1. Chuck Evans trying to do what he did last night, as he had I believe a solo shot for one of the 10 home runs hit last night.
10 total, I believe 7 were from Disco Turkeys.
Indeed.
He's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
Great spot to be in for Chuck Evans, as the Wampus Cats bullpen seems to start getting loose, as I believe that is their head coach starting to.
That is their head coach, I believe, the right-hander. It's loosening. He did say at some point he was going to pitch tonight.
As that is ball 4, so Chuck Evans will replace Max Gustafson over at first base.
The bad news is there's one out. Could be first and second, nobody out here, but unfortunately Gustafson was picked off, and we'll see if Conklin can find a spot here.
Conklin takes up and in, ball 1.
He's the guy you look to, one of the guys in this order you look to with experience for a clutch hit.
Comp decides to pick over and almost thrown away. Evans stays on first.
Boy, that was an interesting pickoff. That was just a lob.
Not his best move. Logan Conklin steps back in with a 1-0 count. Misses just low, 2-0.
That looked like just barely below the knees.
Could have gone either way. Comp's 2-0. Again, just low, 3-0. I would not like to see Logan take a swing here.
Nope.
I don't think he will have the green light.
Absolutely. Half. To let him.
As Logan will indeed take ball 4 as well.
And we've got time called now. I believe we're going to have a pitching change, and we'll take that opportunity to swap out our camera battery while the Wampus Cats swap out pitchers.
And we'll be back right after this. And we are back here in the bottom half of the 8th with a runner on first and second and 1 out for Chase Lockler. The pitching change will be the head coach. Little side armor bringing in for a called strike 1 on the inner half, 0-1.
You may see him wearing number 1, but that is not Eli Harpolini. And that clipped Lockler, hit by pitch.
That will bring up bases loaded for Nick. No, that will be Calvin Schubert.
Just a graze on that.
So we have bases loaded for Calvin Schubert here with 1 out in the home half of the 8th inning. And that funks him as well.
That's number 27, Calvin Schubert.
That's a painful RBI.
Still brings in a run, and that will give the Disco Turkeys a 1-run deficit as they are losing 6-5 here to the Wampus Cats in the bottom of the 8th inning. Number 4 is now up, Zach Semino.
Look out.
Almost nailed his head. 1-0. Semino steps back in for the 1-0.
Oh,
Comes back inside, 2-0. Coach comes back on the mound. Here's a 2-0. A deep shot center field. And that is gone. A grand slam for Zach Semino.
how about it? Oh, nope, that hit.
Ground rule double.
Well, see, that's the problem with half the wall being white. Is you think it's gone over, but if it hits the white part, kind of camouflages in at that point.
Yes, it does. That will still bring home a run as a no, 2 runs. As
It
the
brings
Disco
home
Turkeys
2.
take home the lead, 7-6 here in the home half of the 8th inning. Ryan Drag, number 25, comes up to the plate. Here with runners on second and third and 1 out. Oh, pitch coming fouled off right side, just out of play. 0-1.
Important to note here, still just the 1 out, so.
No double play in order for right now.
Fly ball to left here would probably be sack fly distance, or center.
That pitch is in there, 0-2. As
We're stealing home! Calvin Schubert just stole home! I don't believe it!
that is a way to steal a run. Steal home.
Literally.
Hunter Russell sent him as that pitch is upstairs. 2-1.
I want to talk about putting on a show for these fans. That's the way to do it.
Ryan Drags 2-1. Fly ball right field. That one is gone.
Nope, double.
Double? No.
Yeah, it is a double.
That will still bring in a run, making it 9-6 Disco Turkeys here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
I'm going to try and keep pouring it on here. And quickly, a left-hander is now loosening for the Wampus Cats in their bullpen.
As number 17, our catcher, Brighton Berthrong, steps up to the plate. Here with a runner on second base.
The sidearm left-hander that's loosening.
Number 20, Justin Morham is warming up.
Still just 1 out, so more chance to add on.
And that is inside. Ryan Drag on second after that ground rule double. I believe that is low.
Yep. Yeah, probably a good idea there, Ken. Don't stop it too hard, or
Hunter will press third base back into the ground as there's a 3-0 count for Brighton Berthrong.
that was ball 3.
That was ball 3. 3-1 the count. One out here in the bottom half of the 8th with Ryan Drag standing on second. Swing and a miss. Full count.
That was the pitch right there. He wants that one back.
Checks on a runner. Stealing third. Swung on and missed. Throw in time. In
Good.
time.
Strike him out. Throw him out. Double play. Inning over. Wow.
To the top of the 9th we go. Score Disco Turkeys 9, Wampus Cats 6. Bro, Wiseman will have the call. Top of the 9th.
McDuffie back to the mound. Trying to get the final 3 outs of this one. 2, 3, 4 due up for the Wampus Cats. Wilkerson will lead it off. First pitch to him is just low, ball 1. That is clobbered out to right and well gone. All the way up towards the concourse. Maybe about 15 rows deep into the bleachers. Out in right field. It's bounced all the way back down towards the edge of the wall, but good thing there's a couple of insurance runs to boot. And Wilkerson absolutely hit the tar out of that baseball. And I believe we may have a pitching change here.
Indeed so. Ben Tanneman will make his way out to the mound. We're on the top of the 9th.
So while he warms up, we'll take a break. 9-7 our score, top 9. Tanneman on to try and get the final 3 outs. I believe that's C.J. Johnson, the left-hander number 31 out of Guilford Tech, that has taken the mound and promptly plunks the first batter he faces. And Chirino will wear that one, and now the tying run will come to the plate. No pinch hitter here, number 23.
Joel Camp, who pitched a couple innings ago for the Wampus Cats.
Fouls that one back. Maybe got a piece of it.
Bryson Beber waits on deck.
Johnson looks in. He's got the sign. Off-speed pitch misses up and in. 1-1 count. At the knees and ring him up. That's strike 3, 1 out. He's not happy about the call.
Complaining all the way back to the makeshift dugout.
And Beber will foul that one back. Off the wall.
Nice clear sky here under the lights at historic BOWMAN Gray Stadium.
And that is in there for a strike.
0-2. Ball upstairs, 1-2. Looks in, fires.
Fouled off once again.
Schubert trying to make the long run, not in time. I still believe that would be out of play.
Yeah, it would be out of play since it was beyond the threshold of the dugout there.
Can't hurt to try it.
Always worth a shot.
Here's
1-2. Oh, that looked good, but call the ball, 2-2. Michael Williams is pitching for the Disco Turkeys, not C.J. Johnson. Beber. Second one on to first, double play. Ball game over. That's a Disco Turkeys winner. 9-7. The final tonight from historic BOWMAN Gray Stadium. Logan, final thoughts.
very good, very contested ball game. Started off as a pitching duel, ended up being quite a hitting extravaganza.
How about that to lead into your July 4th holiday? Some fireworks to end the ball game. A double play to wrap this one up For Logan Allen, Haley Foster, and all our great technical crew and all the great fans that came out here tonight to the Madhouse at Bowman Gray Stadium. Brett Wiseman saying so long and good night from Bowman Gray. Hey, we'll see you back here tomorrow night, same time, 6:30, as the Winston-Salem Moravians will come across town and face the Disco Turkeys. 2 for 2 at Bowman Gray. The Turks look for a sweep at the Madhouse.